Having a good time there. There he goes. I love it. Welcome back, everybody, to the V4 Vanilla server, and welcome back to our ice boat racetrack that we started on last episode. That's right, today the goal is to finish this project. So what does that mean we need to do? Well, we need to make it look good. Last episode, we got it functionally done. We got the ice laid out, the whole course laid out. And today we need to figure out which of these blocks we're going to use to replace the side rails, and we need to get the entrance mapped out. We need to get some kind of building in this area here, and you can see this platform that I built in between episodes is actually going to be the start for the race. So however many people you want in the race, they're going to start up here, give it a little 3, 2, 1 go, and then you will be on the track and off to the races. So I think that's a good starting point. The goal is to get it somewhat away from this first jump, because if you have a bunch of people coming up on this jump all at exactly the same time, then they might hit this wall once the pistons are triggered, and that's going to mess up their jump. So we want to space people out, or give them the option to be a little spaced out from the start to that jump. Also, this way we don't have to worry about crossing that start line with every lap. You're only going to obviously do that when you start, and from every other lap you'll be down on the course. So back to the blocks. Last episode I asked people to vote in the comments, let me know which one they liked, and big shout out to the 2 people who put in their preferences, Doza and my son, and they both went for the dark green. So that's what we're going to go with. I had an idea though. Let's see how this looks. If we toss a little bit of the lime in with it. I like that a lot. I think that'd be really good. Kind of give it a little pop, mix it up. So whenever we can, we're going to alternate. I don't know how the light spacing is going to work out. Probably going to need to be pretty tight to get this ice well lit so we don't have mobs spawning. But that's what we're going to go with. Little green, little lime, and a lot of lights. So I'm going to get to work on replacing this and hopefully making this thing look a lot better. So this is what we look like with the green and lime clay in for our borders on the racetrack. It's starting to look a little more polished, still far from done, but we're moving in the right direction for sure. Still have to put in some stone brick on the back half of the track for the elevation change areas where we need something below the clay. And I think we were talking about this earlier, we're going to put a fence around this thing. And I think it could either be a fence like this, right on top of the clay, or we would need a fence offset back a few blocks if we don't like it right on the clay. And I think it's fine on the clay, so that's what we're probably going to go with. And it's a whole lot easier than trying to just fence in this whole thing way back here, because that would take so much more fence. And yeah, and I don't think it would look too good. So we're going to put it right on top of the clay. The only question is what to do on the corners, because obviously you can still hop right on through if you only put it on the clay. So I think we might put stone around the corners to kind of fill it out a little bit, and then we can complete the fence so that you can't make it through, and it should still look okay. Obviously it's going to look the same from the inside because you can't even see that stone when you're on the course. It would only be from the outside, and it still works okay. The colors, it's not some huge clash or anything, so I think we can stick with it. We'll leave those in there for now. The next step, beyond finishing up the stone brick now on my corners and putting in the fence, is getting started to work on this building. Keep talking about it. I have no idea what it's going to look like other than a lot of spruce wood, just because that's what I seem to have from cutting down trees to make this racetrack. And it's going to go right about here. Probably some walkways, maybe some glass. We want it to feel like people can see it when they walk in. If this is some kind of some kind of theme park attraction. When you walk in, you want to be able to see what's going on to be drawn into the show. So that's what we're shooting for. I'm going to get something at least framed up here, and then we'll see what we can do with it. Alright, I finally got fence around this whole track. Man, that took a long time, and we only did the outer ring. Got walls all in here. This track is not falling down. It is well supported. Like I said, only the outer ring. Hopefully the inner ring, I'm just hoping, will be lit up enough to keep any mobs from spawning and wandering their way onto the track to blow it up. But the outer ring is completely secure. That took, I don't even know how many fences and more stone than I ever expected. But hey, look at this. We got a building too. Check it out. You know, you go up the stairs over a little bridge. I could not be happier with how these bridges are worked out. The viewing platforms look perfect. This bridge is going to be a great spot to watch the race from. But let's check out this building. As you can see, it's, kind of a work in progress at the moment. Apparently, when I build from front to back. Some people may start with the foundation and work their way up from, bottom to top. Apparently, I build from front to back. We got a nice looking front, but the back still leaves some things to be desired. We need a wall back here, and, maybe a roof, things like that. Some support beams in the inside would do well. But check this out. You come through here. This takes you right to the starting location. That's working out awesome. The viewing platforms I was talking about, man, this is great. You got this whole walkway here. You can watch a perfect angle to watch the start of the race, or as they turn down the home stretch if they're coming towards the finish line. And then there's a little deck off of the back of the building where you get to watch the most exciting part, the jumps. You get to see any boats go hopping up the stairs there. Pretty cool. Definitely liking how this building is coming together. Even working in some mossy cobblestone there, something that I usually don't use. It's a pretty strong block, like a lot stronger than I would usually fit into a build, but I thought it was a nice homage to the Mega Taiga here. A little throwback to the natural surroundings. So it's going to work out well, and the green ties in with the racetrack. You can see we've got some green accents in the building as well. So it's really coming together nicely. Just gotta get it finished. Alright guys, we got it done, and it should be coming into view. Bam! There she is, right through the fog. I think it looks pretty sweet. Take a little fly around, try to look at it a little bit. Let's go through the front door so we can see what it actually looks like from the top here. There she is. There she is. Not too much different from the front. I finally got some lights in on the walkway and added in some trapdoors on the front of the start ramp, which I think looks really good. But on to the inside, it's done. Got the ice on the ceiling. I think that looks pretty cool. All the lighting is the end rods in here. I like the particle effect. It goes well with the ice, makes it look like snow or something. This lever that is front and center is what's going to let you choose between the long course or the short course if you want to move the walls around on the track. And that's about it. We might put some couches or something inside, but I kind of like it nice and open how it is. Feels good. You can hang around with your friends and talk about the upcoming race or talk about the race you just had. And we got a tower in the back. Can we see it? Oh, yeah, up would be a good place to look. Just the same repeating design all the way up, and we can actually go into it. This is where the redstone is going to go back from that lever to control the walls. But we can head up our ladder as well, and we can get to above our building, and we can even go outside the little window. You can use the elytra trick to sneak through this hole. I'm not going to go all the way through because then you can't come back. It's a one-way door. One-way door, but you could pop out, say hello to some friends, torment some passerbys, I suppose. But if you head on all the way to the top of the ladder, then that's where you really get a good view of the back half of the track. You can see the nice ravine jump there and all of the long course as well. Can't see too much of the front half because the building blocks your view, but that's what the platforms down in the front are for. And you can even take off out of here pretty easily too. So what do you think? There she is. I really like how it turned out. The colors, the theme, everything. I didn't really have a plan going into this as far as a theme for the build, but looking at it after the fact, the colors and the style, I think it seems very much like a ski lodge or something to that effect. And it works. It works. It fits the build. We've got lots of ice. I can see that. Spruce, man, there's a lot of spruce in this build. I actually, believe it or not, ran out of all the spruce I had in that chest from clearing out this area for the track. So I had to go and get more. But now we are set. The one last thing that I need to do is get some boats in here. I think I'll just go ahead and stock it with a row of each type, because why not? We've got the spruce and the dark oak. I was supposed to get the other woods because I just came back from my base, but I forgot, so I'll have to do that in just a moment. And then the last thing to do is the redstone. I can't seem to do any build without including some kind of redstone in it. So we have the line that goes down. It still needs to run over to the walls, so that is going to be the next task. Alright, so we've got the redstone done. Now our nice little lever right here actually does something. We've got options for the long track and the short track. Let's take a look at the short track first. So if we head on out over to our intersection by the ravine jump, we can see what we're talking about. So with the short track, that means this wall here is coming up, so you can't get onto the long track. You are open to take the ravine jump, and you have this extra little row here to help you out to make this ravine jump pretty easy. You can see I can get on right here without too much speed, and I still make this jump pretty easily. Not much of a problem at all. So now if we go back up to our control area and we take a look at the long track, right there we go. Let's go see what it looks like when we're doing the long track. Now you cannot jump the ravine at all. You have to take the long way around. This wall came up and that wall went down, so you can finish the lap. So that's the long route if you want to force everybody to take the long course around with no ravine jumping. But if you want the long course and want to have the option for a shortcut, you hit that lever right there. This is probably the most involved of the track layouts, because you can go all the way around, or you are now open to be able to do the ravine jump, but it's now 2 blocks shorter to clear this ravine, and that makes it pretty difficult. If you're coming at it with a full head of steam from here, it's still going to be a tough jump. Nope, can't make it. So you end up falling all the way down. You got to collect your boat. You got to climb back up the ladders. It takes a long time to climb up all the ladders. There we go, back up to the top. Put your boat down, and then you're back on the course, back on the track. Which, in comparison to going the long way around, is probably somewhere around 5 seconds longer or so. So it's definitely a penalty if you fail the jump. You can actually clear it. I know it looks like a really long way. Like, how the heck are you going to get that? But if you get at it with a full head of steam from back here, you can pick up enough speed to actually clear this jump. And see, that's not too hard. So if you can steer yourself straight enough to get up to speed, you can actually make it over the shortcut. So that's the racetrack. There it is. Lots of options, lots of little bit of redstone. It's simple stuff, even though it was being a little finicky. Things like lines staying powered for some reason, so we had to use pistons to cut it off. Really weird stuff. But anyway, it all works out, and I definitely like this building. I definitely like it. Not my usual style, I guess, if I have a style, but I think it came out really well. And that is going to be the end of the episode for today. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video and enjoy the awesome ice boat racetrack we've got built here. Can't wait to get it in action and try it out with some of the guys. So hopefully we'll get that to you coming soon. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.